Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into something that's going to totally transform your to-do list. We're moving past just getting more stuff done and into the real art of getting the right stuff done. Using some incredible insights from John C. Maxwell, we're going to learn how to shift from just being busy to being truly productive. So let's kick things off with a really simple, but honestly, a really powerful question. And I want you to really think about that for a second. You ever have one of those days, or maybe even a whole week, where you get to the end of it, you look back, and you realize you were just running flat out the entire time, but you didn't really get anywhere that mattered? Yeah, that feeling of being completely swamped, but making zero real progress, that's exactly what we're going to tackle today. And this quote from John C. Maxwell, man, it just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures what we can call the busy trap. It's this illusion that just because you're in motion, you're making progress. But, just filling up your calendar doesn't mean you're actually achieving your biggest goals.
So, how in the world do we escape this trap? Well, the secret, it all comes down to one powerful concept: a relentless, laser-like focus on your priorities. This is the key that's going to unlock the door from a life of frantic busyness to a life of focused, meaningful accomplishment. Think about it this way. Your calendar is going to fill up one way or another. That's a given, right? The crucial part is this. If you don't proactively fill it with what's important to you, you'll end up spending all your time reacting to what's important to everybody else.
And this is why this next quote hits so hard. It's such a common trap. We put off the big, important things by filling our day with all the easy, less important stuff. We do the second things first, and that just robs us of the time and energy we need for the stuff that actually moves the needle.
Okay, so we get it. We need to focus on what's important. But how do you actually figure out what those key priorities are? In this next part, let's get practical. We're going to explore two super powerful frameworks designed to give you that exact clarity.
First up is a classic, and for good reason, the Pareto Principle. You've probably heard of it as the 80-20 rule. The idea is that in almost anything, the vast majority of your results, like 80% of them, come from a tiny fraction of your efforts, just 20%. It's true everywhere. Think about it. A few of your clients probably bring in most of your business. Well, the same thing applies to your daily tasks. And this chart just makes it so obvious. I mean, look at that. The goal is not to work harder on everything. The real goal is to find that critical 20%, those are the vital few, and pour all your best energy right there. Everything else? That's what you could call the trivial many. Okay, great principle, right? But knowing the rule is one thing. How do you actually apply it? How do you sift through that never-ending to-do list to find that golden 20%? Well, that brings us to our next amazing framework. Let's break down these 3 R's. First up is requirement. These are the non-negotiables, the things that only you can and absolutely must do. Second, you've got return. This is all about your strengths. What are the activities where you get the biggest bang for your buck? That's your high return zone. And third is reward. These are the things that light you up, that energize you, and make the work actually feel meaningful. So here's the mission. You want to find where those 3 circles overlap. When something you're required to do also gives you a huge return and brings you a ton of personal reward, you've basically hit the productivity jackpot. That is the zone where you're not just effective, you're also deeply fulfilled. It is the ultimate win-win. So what happens when you actually start living like this? What's the real payoff for this kind of intense focus? Let's talk about the incredible benefits you're going to experience, because they are game-changing. The rewards are just huge. You'll start feeling this deep satisfaction from real, actual accomplishment. You'll get this amazing clarity, knowing exactly what to tackle first every single day. You'll stop wasting your precious energy on fluff. And maybe, just maybe, the most important one, you'll gain the power, the confidence to say no. And that really gets to the absolute heart of prioritizing. It's not just about what you choose to do, it is just as much about what you choose not to do. It's having the discipline to turn down pretty good opportunities so you have the space and energy to jump on the truly great ones. All right, theory is awesome, but it's action that creates real change. So let's wrap all this up with a super simple 3-step action plan that you can start using today. I mean, literally, the second this is over. Here we go. 3 simple but incredibly powerful steps. First, you're going to become a detective and figure out where your time is really going. Second, you're going to consciously shift your focus to where you're strongest. And third, you're going to start every single day with real, powerful intention. So for just 1 week, your only job is to be an observer. Just record what you're doing hour by hour. Seriously, you can't change what you aren't aware of. I promise you, this little exercise is going to be so eye-opening. You'll see exactly where your time gets sucked away and which of your priorities are getting ignored. Okay, once you've got that data from your journal, now you can make a real plan. Pinpoint your top strengths, those high-return activities we talked about, and start strategically redesigning your schedule. The goal? To spend a whopping 80% of your work time operating in that powerful zone. And finally, you're going to stop reacting and start creating. Before your day even begins, you're going to look at your calendar, look at your list, and decide in advance how you will invest your time based on your priorities. You're going to make each day a deliberate work of art. So I'll just leave you with this one question. Thinking about everything we just talked about, what is the one first thing that truly deserves your focused energy today? Answer that, do that, and you're already on your way.